Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot, wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same.
Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross me, dog, just let me relax.
Ay, please don't play no games with me, I promise I'm too much. Ay, I can never let up even if you had enough. Ay, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough. I had enough, it ain't luck. I needed a vision, I needed ambition, I needed a mission to beat this submission with no intermission. I
Stop assuming what we doing. Keep it moving, what we doing.
I am Liam Cohen, and joining me today is RBTV's social media manager, Jenny Thomas.
Hey, guys.
Tonight's homecoming matchup consists of a gold out theme from our student section in support of Cal's Angel and pediatric cancer research. Tonight we have a newly conference matchup as the Bulldogs have entered a new conference for this season. Thornton is coming off their last 3 games. They had won their last game 33-20 over Thornridge. They lost 49-0 over Rich Township, and they lost 55-0 over Crete Monee. RB's last 3 were 2 losses and a win. We lost 42-7 over Crete Monee, 48-6 over Kankakee, and we won 41-0 against Bloom. And that was our last home game where our Dogs really showed out for that game. So, Jenny, this is your first game. How you feeling?
I'm pretty nervous, actually, but I think it'll go well. Hopefully the game's good.
Yeah. Big homecoming matchup, conference 2. We're looking to add on to our winning record tonight. Some notable players we could look out for the Bulldogs are our quarterback, Diego Gutierrez. He's a strong deep ball passer, used heavily in the read option run plays, and he's never afraid to use his legs to get that first down. And we got our shorter but big running back, Mohamed Salem. He's very fast, agile running back. He will find that hole to get through to that first down, and he's very strong in the short receiving game. Our receivers for today are Petrucci, Tucker, and Espino. Petrucci is usually lined up in the slot, one of Gutierrez's favorite targets, and Tucker is out wide, a big deep ball threat. And same with Espino. Espino's a big body receiver used on those deep balls. And now we're going to take it off for the kickoff as we have number 42, Francisco Torres, to kick it off. Little miscommunication here. For the Bulldogs, we have Mohamed Salem back with I can't tell who else. Very tucked in jersey. Yeah. Oh, and an early flag thrown, looking like a delay of game as they could not get set at the line. That's number 1, Anthony Petrucci, back with Salem to receive the kick. Our refs discussing this call here. We'll see what we get. Oh, so they took away the flag. A squib kick. Recovered quickly by the Bulldogs, leaving us at the 40-yard line to start off our first drive of the game. A little strange start to our game with the squib kick off of a flag that was taken back, as Gutierrez looks to lead his offense to a first drive touchdown on this big homecoming night. earlier today, we saw the freshman football play against Thornton. Oh, and actually here, they are adding the flag to the end of the kick. It looks to be delay of game flag, leaving us at the 44-yard line of Thornton. Really good field position to start off the game here. There's Goody.
Reception to James Espino. About a 4-yard gain.
I'd agree, and a ref injury on the first play of the game. That's never something you want to see. Medical staff out there quick, but he's back on his feet, which is good. Walked it off like a champ. Looked to be a gain of 4 for the Dogs, leaving on with a 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line. Just 15 seconds into this game. On the right, we have Espino and Petrucci. Out left is Toma Tucker. Oh, some bad miscommunication on the line there. Looks like either offsides or a false start on the Bulldogs. And they're going to give him a false start. Center Isaac Oliveras looked to have not snapped that ball as the rest of the line was moving. As we have a 2nd and 11 now after the 5-yard false start call.
Looks like that's Jacob Buska taking the ball.
Nice 2nd down run there. Oh, they give that run to David Valencia, it was. I have yet to see him out the backfield. He's a former quarterback and not former running back as he's back into the game.
Oh. Far run from Diego Gutierrez. All the way down the field. Looks like it's going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah, that was a great read by Gutierrez on the read option play that we talked about earlier. He had that whole defense fooled. I thought he was going to get into the end zone there, but a good play by their cornerbacks to catch up to him there.
Looks like he passed it off to Luke Kumasic. Not much of a gain there.
2nd and goal. We're on the 5-yard line here. Just about 2 minutes into this game. Nice early push from Gutierrez leaves us at 2nd and goal.
Looks like Gutierrez takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
What a start from the Bulldogs here. A great rushing drive as they did really not attempt one pass there, and they didn't really need to. Great play by Gutierrez and his offense. And got to give credit to that O-line for always blocking those. And here we have Neve Larson lining up for a kick. I believe she's 17 for 18 on the year. Not a bad stat line for the first woman football player at RB.
Good kick, and it's through.
And it is 7-0 Bulldogs. A perfect kick, some would say, after a pretty much perfect drive besides the first flag. As our kickoff team heads out there that consists of new kicker, I think Jacob Ratana, as in the Morton game. Espino needed a break. They threw in Ratana to kick, and ever since that moment, he's been the kicker for the Dogs. Coach Sam Styler giving his team a big talk here on the sidelines. Hopefully getting a good kick to start it off. And that is Ratana lining it up for the kick. He's a sophomore, first year on varsity. A very speedy player. He's also got a good boot on him.
Good kick, and it looks like Thornton's, not sure who that is, but they get it around the 35-yard line.
Pretty good return off of a pretty high kick from Ratana there. Not sure if that's what he wanted. Leaves the Wildcats at the 35-yard line of their own, with their offense led by, we couldn't tell you, we did not get sent in a roster, but we think it's Jacobs, the quarterback here. He has two receivers to his left, three on his right. No one in the backfield here. He's alone. Motions number 4, that is not named.
You get about 4 yards.
Flag is thrown in the middle of the pile. We'll see what we have here. It's going to be on the Bulldogs, giving the Wildcats a first down and a lot. Personal foul on the Bulldogs, leaving them at their own 47-yard line. That was a big flag, too. That could have highly been avoided. We have Jacobs again at the quarterback. 3 receivers out right, 1 on his left.
Flag is thrown.
2 flags thrown. Bulldogs think it's a false start on the Wildcats. We'll see what we get here. Oh, it's on the Bulldogs, moving the chains again.
Offsides.
Same formation as they just were at. 3 receivers out right, 1 out left.
Looks like he's passing it to Lamar Dawson. Gets a good gain. Looks like that's going to give them the first down.
Very aggressive run by Dawson. And they aren't generous with this one. They're going to give him a second and inches. We thought it was a first down up here after a pretty strong run straight out of the backfield. His first attempt of the game. Looks like they're going to bring out the chains here to measure for this first down. And that is exactly what they're headed to do. The refs are going to go grab the chains. They do not give him the first down. Second and inches here at the Bulldog 37. Very, very close call as Dawson was ruled short of the line. New formation here. We got 3 receivers out left. looks to be Lamar Dawson. Ooh. Lamar Dawson's actually named twice here. Oh, we look to have Tavian Rudolph. He's lined up right alone. 3 receivers stack on the left.
Gives it off to Dawson again, who gets a good gain, which will give them the first down and more. Pushes him out of bounds.
That was a fast run. That's a big body coming out of the backfield. And he's a speedy big body as he broke a couple tackles there. Very nice run from Dawson, bringing the Wildcats within the 15-yard line, giving them a 1st and 10 with very good field position. Out left, we have Reggie Bowens for the Wildcats with Kyle Barker, it looks to be. And again, we have Tavian Rudolph outright.
Jacobs goes for the run, but gets tackled.
It's a big loss to have on some good field position. It looked like he slipped there.
Yeah.
We'll give Kumskis the sack, though.
Jacobs throws it to Rudolph, which gets tackled around 10-yard line.
Nice little quick play there. Looked like he knew who he was throwing it to the whole entire time as the cornerback out left. Looks to be, maybe it's Angshed. Yeah, that's Garrett Angshed. Was playing a little deeper towards the end zone, so they ran a short hitch route. Now we have the stack on the right side with Dawson still in the backfield, Rudolph alone on the left.
Jacobs, long shot, and Rudolph makes the catch. Touchdown, Wildcats.
You could just tell from the start of that play that he was just looking straight at Rudolph. Rudolph had a huge height advantage on our cornerback Meach Talley out left. Shown to be one of the stronger options at receiver for the Wildcats. Out to kick is Francisco Torres for the extra point. Snap is good.
And the kick is good. This leaves 7-7 at around 7 minutes.
Yeah, 7:14 left in the first quarter. Back-to-back touchdown drives for each team. 7-7 game. The kick return team is about to head off for the Bulldogs as the kickoff team is already out there for the Wildcats. Wasting no time like they did last time with the delay of game flag. Some new people back to receive the kicks as we've seen earlier in the year. As at the start of the year we had Almeida back to receive kicks, and now we have Petrucci and Salem. Salem's a very, very agile player, and his first career touch in high school varsity football was actually a kick return touchdown, which was sadly called back due to a unsportsmanlike call behind the play. As here comes Torres again to kick off with 7:14 left in the first.
Gives a better kick than the first one, and it goes out of bounds.
And
the flag is thrown.
Yeah, that will result in a flag. A lot better of a kick than the first one, but just spot-wise wasn't great at all. That should leave the Bulldogs around the 40-yard line. Another good field position start for them. with the flag on the kick out of bounds. We'll see where they spot them here. It might be the 35. And it's looking like it's going to be the 35-yard line due to the out-of-bounds kick. And here comes Gutierrez and the Bulldogs. He has, again, Valencia in his backfield with Kumskis in the middle of Petrucci and Espino with Toma Tucker out left.
He launches it, and pass is incomplete. Jacob Buska does not receive it.
I think it was Luke Kumskis there. 85 it was.
Oh, God, I can't see.
Little miscommunication up here. A pretty good spot on the ball. Just went right through the hands and the chest of Kumskis. Leads with the 2nd and 10.
Gutierrez running the ball, getting maybe just enough for a first down.
And it looks like they will give him the first down, leave him at the 49-yard line as he rode the sideline for a couple of yards until he was pushed out. Same group stays out there. Different formation this time, as out wide is Toma Tucker with Kumskis on his right, Petrucci out in the slot, Espino out right as well. I think that was Valencia.
Yeah. Gets around a 6-yard gain. Moves him at 2 and 4.
2nd and 4th here, same lineup.
Gutierrez runs the ball and continues to get it down the field, and looks like gets the touchdown.
What
a far run.
What a run from Gutierrez. A 45-yard rushing touchdown on the read option play, similar to his last big run. It looked like they were running the same run play to Valencia, but this time he held the ball, fooled everybody on that defense, ran out right, cut left, and had nothing but open field in front of him. As here's Neve Larson to kick the extra point.
And the kick is right down the middle.
And Larson stays perfect on the day, 2 for 2, with a 14-7 game just 6 minutes into this homecoming night. Looking to be a high-scoring game here at this rate, as both offenses have marched down the field very fast. The kickoff team is gathered around the 40-yard line. Coach Sam Styler looking to be trying to find someone missing in the huddle. Oh, no, they're looking for the football, actually, and the kicker. As Coach Sam Styler counts his players, gives them a little talk before he kicks them out to the field. This kickoff team consists of Julian Fernandez, Garrett Angshed, Julian Espinoza, Jacob Bertana, the kicker, Meech Talley, and there goes Sean Rao out there. Looks like a new face on the kickoff. And Ratana goes back to let off this kick. A little miscommunication on the Thornton side.
Tana gets a short kick. Will be picked up. Oh! Fumble, but it goes out of bounds.
It looked like the Bulldogs were going to receive that ball off the high sky ball kick from Ratana, but it looks like it bounced off of somebody's helmet instead of somebody's hands, which leaves the Wildcats with field position around the 25-yard line, maybe a little farther back there. No, they're going to give them the 18-yard line, actually, after the ball took a pretty bad bounce on its way out of bounds. This solid Bulldogs defense is 0 for 1 on the day, which is not a common sight.
Ball's passed off back to Dawson, who gets pushed back.
Looks like a loss of 2 there. Looks like everyone on that defense knew what they were doing, as they've been feeding Dawson so far in these first 2 drives. But so far it has worked. 2nd and 12 here from their own 16-yard line. Wildcats have 2 out left, 2 receivers out right. Dawson in the backfield with quarterback Eric Jacobs.
Jacobs looking to make a throw and tries to throw it to, it looks like
13, who's not named on their roster. Another no-name. Incomplete pass leads 3rd and 12 from the 16-yard line. Wildcats need a big play here. Maybe something to switch it up, as they will with 3 receivers out right. Dawson in the backfield with Jacobs. Looks to be Rudolph alone again.
Dawson looking to throw and tosses it, and it is not caught by Rudolph, just short.
Yeah, that was a generous no flag play from Michi Talley. That could have been called with the pass interference, as it looks like linebacker Max Strong is letting him know that to watch the physicality. As here comes the punt team for the Wildcats. Senior Anthony Petrucci is back around the 50-yard line to receive this punt. Looks like their punter, same as their kicker, Francisco Torres, will be punting from around his own goal line, which is not what you want to see on the second drive of the day. Looks to be a timeout called by the Wildcats. Maybe a little miscommunication. Their coach does not seem happy with their punt team as of now, as this gives the Bulldogs a chance to regroup here, get some water in, before hoping to put their offense in really good field position for the 3rd straight drive. And back out there goes the punt team. Same squad back out. Same thing with the Wildcats, as their coach is very far onto the field here. He is past the numbers.
Flag is
thrown. Oh, and there's going to be a
thrown.
flag thrown. There might be
Delay of game.
either delay of game or unsportsmanlike on the coach, as that coach followed the ref throughout the whole sideline. We'll see what they give. There could be a sideline infraction on the offense. That's something you don't want to see on a already bad field position punt on 4th down. That's going to bring them back. Oh, it won't bring them back, actually. Maybe it is a warning call. A very strange.
Torres, the low snap, is able to punt it and is not going to be picked up.
That looks to be number 17 on the pickup is Jelante Haynes. As it was a very strong punt, very low snap, but the ball took a bad bounce, so Petrucci decided to leave it as it rolled back up the side for the Bulldogs. Offense looks to start their day 3-3, as everyone looks to be the same besides in the backfield. There's Mohamed Salem. Oh,
Ooh.
looked to be a hard count there. Got the defense to hop off sides. Didn't see any movement from the Bulldogs. Yeah, they're going to give an offsides to the defense. That whole D-line was jumping there. Looks to be nobody watching the ball there.
Gutierrez looking to throw it and finds, oh.
Had Toma Tucker deep. Looked to be a good pass, just straight up dropped out of Tucker's hands. Looked to be a for sure touchdown if he brought that one in. Flag behind the offense here. Let's see what they get. It's a flag on the Bulldogs. Will bring them back 10 yards, it looks like. Face mask on the offense. It should be 1st and 15 here. The ref signaled for a first. Coaches are trying to reverse this call to get back to first down, and it looks like they successfully do as they change it back to 1st and 15. Tucker out left by himself. Salem in the backfield. Kumskis around the line for extra blocking.
Gutierrez passing out to Salem.
Looks to be a good gain. It may have looked like the football got loose there as people tried jumping on the pile. But Bulldogs stay with the ball. Gain of about 12 yards. Leads up to the 8. 2nd and 3.
Looks like the ball was.
It was hand off to Kumskis there. A little trickery play, giving it to the tight end out of the backfield.
Able to get the first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line of the Wildcats.
Gutierrez looking to throw. Tosses it to James Espino, who runs down the field and goes out of bounds around the 17-yard line.
Pretty good pass there, a little back shoulder pass to James Espino, as Espino was almost wide open that entire route, as Wildcats cornerback number 20 Dion Harden played very, very far back on him, leading him with tons and tons of space.
Looks to be a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12.
Salem met right at the line there. Not a lot of space off that handoff. D-line hopped right on him there.
Gutierrez looking and could not make it to Toma Tucker.
Looked to be a little low pass, a little far in front of him too. Gutierrez tried slinging that with a sidearm pass. As you can see, his coach is critiquing him there, wondering why he threw that sidearm. Same format. Petrucci out in the slot. Gets in the middle of him and Toma Tucker. Espino alone outright.
Gutierrez tossing it to Salem. Does not catch it.
Tried to run a screen play. They had a lot of field if he would have caught that ball in front of him. But he unfortunately drops it, leaving a 4th and 12
like
as they elect to go for it here on 4th down.
Looking for the pass. Gutierrez makes the reception, and that will get them the first down right on what looks to be the 1-yard line.
A great look there. He connects with Toma Tucker with a post route as he looked to be looking that way the entire time. Must have seen him wide. As they're going to bunch up near the end zone, maybe a QB sneak.
Looks like that's
what they attempted, and
touchdown Bulldogs.
wow, 21-7, about 9 minutes into this game, a high-scoring game. That is Gutierrez's third rushing touchdown on the day. A strong day from him so far, as Neve Larson looks to stay perfect on the day.
Kick is up and right down the middle once again. 21-7 with 2:52 on the clock.
Bulldogs offense has looked very, very strong today in both the run and pass game, besides a couple of drops from the receivers and Salem out of the backfield. Other than that, they have almost been perfect, getting tons of yards on most of their plays, as their defense looks to back them up here after a nice second drive, 3-and-out forced by them. And here comes the kickoff team. Again, Thornton seems to be more ready than they were last time, as they had guys scrambling on the field last time. Very unprepared so far.
Bertano will be kicking the ball. Good kick, and is caught at the 27-yard line by,
wow, by number 12 it looked like, but we have 3 number 12s here. So it looks to be Najee Smith or Amir Fagan. A little confusing roster. But it looked like he almost dropped that ball, so he elected to drop down to his knees there, making sure that he didn't lose it. He will bunch out left. Again, alone is Rudolph with Dawson in the backfield with Jacobs.
Jacobs passes it off to Dawson, who gets a couple of yards, but will end them up around the 30-yard line. Gain of 3.
Dawson looks to be a mean runner. He is such a big body running out of that backfield. And he looked to be hard to tackle, as it took us about 4 people to bring him down. He's been very strong on the day for the Wildcats. Same bunch as last time. Dawson moves to the left side of Jacobs. Oh, moves back to the right.
Jacobs tosses the ball to Dawson.
Maybe that's Kyle Barker. Again, very confusing lineup here. On the screen, wide receiver screen pass there, we'll say that was Kyle Barker. As we see, Lamar Dawson is actually the running back that's been running the whole time. Same bunch as the previous 2 plays. Dawson heads out right. Ooh, look to be
Flag is called.
movement at the line of scrimmage. The Bulldogs and the head ref look to think it's on the Wildcats, and they give the Wildcats a false start. That'll leave them at a 3rd and 9. Another hard 3rd down conversion here. Now that the Wildcats have switched sides of their bunch, it leaves Garrett Angshed on Rudolph. Does not give Rudolph the height advantage anymore, as Angshed is also a very tall cornerback. We'll see if he throws to his favorite target this time.
Jacob throws to Rudolph. is able to get a couple yards, but will not be enough for the first down.
Little hitch route there from Rudolph. Read very nicely by Angshed as he takes him down by his ankles. Again, like we talked about, one of his favorite targets so far in this game, as he's been very quick to throw to him. But that leads them with a 4th and 5 on their own 32. They will elect to punt this ball. Again, a very strange, abnormal punt lineup here, as they have 3 guys out left. 1 guy snapping the ball, surrounded by almost nobody, and about 3 guys maybe protecting the punter about 5 yards back. Flag thrown. It looks to be a
delay of game.
Yeah, delay of game, as our clocks show 0 here. Wow, these Wildcats cannot stay out of the flags. Gosh. 4th and 10 here for the Wildcats.
Torres, is deflected and will be picked up by
Rivera, I think it was, as he decided to fall on the ball instead
right around
of...
the 1 yard line.
He decides to fall on it instead of scooping and scoring. Chose the safe route. A very good play by Rivera. Looked to be nobody blocking him there. And looks to be at the 2 yard line they give us. Stay tuned for after this quarter. We're going to send it down to the sideline. We have a sideline reporter who will be named very soon.
Looks to be a sneak, and Bulldog touchdown. 4th one of the game. Very strong start for the Bulldogs in just the first quarter.
Well, they gave the run to Luke Kumskis, again the tight end, out of the backfield. Very big body that you don't want to get in front of. As Neve Larson heads out again.
Larson, and the kick is good.
Looks to be another perfect kick from Larson. 27 or 28-7. Scoreboard was a little delayed here, as the kicking team is lining back up to go for their 4th or 5th. And we'll be heading downfield, seems to be, for our sideline interview.
All right.
I'm the new RBTV guy. Dude, you do a great job. I watch your guys' Instagram stuff. I've seen it all the time. It's amazing. It is really nice.
Okay. How do I start it? How do I start it? Just be like, I'm here with.
Wildcat Bulldog, or that made no sense. Wildcat ball at the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Eric Jacobs back out, passes it off to Dawson, who gets a large gain, which will give them the first down. Still with 3 seconds on the clock of the first quarter.
First down stops the clock here, but we'll resume it now as that'll end our quarter for us. We're going to send it down. We're going to send us down to our interviews down at the sideline.
Ethan Clarkson.
And,
Joseph Shelvin.
and what's your guys' graduating classes?
2018.
And
2019.
okay, so since homecoming is tomorrow, what is your guys' favorite homecoming memory?
I have to say in 2017, my junior year when we beat Wheaton, it's a really good feeling. Won the game, got to hang out, homecoming the next day. It was great.
I bet that was real fun. And what about you?
My favorite memory is probably my senior year, so 2019. I caught a touchdown on homecoming. I remember looking up at the stands and seeing all my friends, and it was just a great time. With homecoming the next day was just perfect.
Especially with that little celebration afterwards, I bet it was perfect. All right, we'll see you next time, guys.
Thank you to our sideline announcers for a great interview. As Jacob's going to hand it off to Dawson here. He's going to cut out right. He's going to be met by number 8. That is Jacob Buxa. A great tackle there.
They're going to pick it up around the 31-yard line or 32-yard line. This will be the 2nd and 7 from the 32. And looking at the formation, looks like they got 3 receivers on the right and 1 far out on the left.
Jacobs takes the snap, looks out left to Rudolph again, and he drops the ball. That's going to leave him with a 3rd and 7. Again.
They'll pick back up at the 31-yard line.
Bulldogs defense has been pretty strong so far. Their only weakness has been Dawson, or stopping Dawson. As Jacobs will take the snap again. Looks out left again to Rudolph. Going to throw a Hail Mary pass. Had him. A beautiful pass. I just don't think Jacobs ever saw the ball, or Rudolph ever saw that one. Very nice ball, though.
There's a good chance that could have been a touchdown if he would have made that reception, but back at 4th and 7. Looks like they're going to go for it.
A risky choice it is, but not much to lose with pretty good field position here. He's going to take the snap again. He's going to look out right this time, but nobody goes for it, as that's just going to land out of bounds. Wants to be overthrown right for number 13, again, a no-name, as the Bulldogs look to take over here.
Bulldogs will pick up back at the 31-yard line.
Looks to be the same guys as usual.
Formation-wise, looks like they got 2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left.
Gutierrez takes a snap. He's going to fake it to Valencia. He has Petrucci downfield, but he checks it down to Espino, as he's going to break free for a big gain of about 20 yards. Petrucci was almost wide, if not wide open, down the field. He for sure had a touchdown. It looks like Gutierrez just never saw him.
Looks like the refs are talking. They aren't moving the
Haven't moved any chains yet here. There was a flag thrown on the last play. We'll see what they give out here.
Looks like they're putting the ball back. Unsportsmanlike conduct for the Bulldogs. Looks like it'll be back to 1st and 10. A 15-yard penalty, so they did get the reception, but they were pushed back 15 yards.
That's something you never want to see there. That was a big reception for the Bulldogs, and James Espino, a little unsportsmanlike maybe after the play, pushes them back. Gutierrez takes the snap, fakes it to Valencia, throws to Toma Tucker with a lot of field ahead of him. He's going to cut right, breaks a tackle, breaks one more, but get caught around the 21-yard line. A very, very nice run from Toma Tucker after the catch.
Seems to be a common occurrence where Tucker's getting a lot of yards.
Yeah, a lot of yards after the catch for Tucker so far. He's been very strong and fast once the ball is in his hands. Gutierrez takes a snap, rolls out left. He's going to look to run this one, cuts to the right, a lot of field ahead of him. Familiar play it is. Goes to the corner of the end zone, and he gets it for a Bulldog touchdown.
Into the Bulldog.
Runs through the Bulldog. His 4th rushing touchdown of the day. Have yourself a day, Gutierrez.
Nirv Larson is back out for another extra point.
Looks to be a common occurrence we're seeing with Gutierrez running the football and not having anyone that can bring him down. The snap is good, and the kick is perfect, right through the uprights.
Nirv Larson is just killing it with these extra passes all throughout the season, only missing one out of, what now, 20-something?
Yeah, she's having a great season as a, you could call it rookie season for her. She has been almost perfect, as I think she missed one in the Kankakee game. But it was not that much needed of a field goal, as we couldn't pull back from the 44-6 deficit. And here comes the kickoff team.
Looks like we'll have Ratana again setting up for the kick. We'll see if Wildcats will actually be able to get some yards in, because the past couple drives had some errors.
Couldn't agree more. They have struggled since their first drive today, but the Bulldogs have not. The kick is away. A high ball from Ratana. Looks to be bobbled again. And the Bulldogs think they have it again. And they do.
Wow.
Another fumble on the kickoff gives the Dogs the ball again. What a special teams day it has been for the Bulldogs. I think it was Garrett Angshed that picked that one up.
On the Wildcat 31-yard line, looks like back at 1st and 10. Wildcats not having much time with the ball.
And they've had little to none since their first drive. I think they've picked up one first down since that first drive. And their first drive seemed very strong as they marched down the field quite quickly. Play clock started already as the Bulldogs run to the line. Gutierrez with a bunch out right. He's going to fake the handoff again to Valencia. He's going to look to James Espino, it looked to be. Maybe that was, yeah, it was Espino. as he caught it with one knee on the ground, so he was ruled down. He tried picking it up, but he could not. First down Bulldogs, though.
Looks like they're on the 19-yard line.
Gutierrez takes the snap, looks right, has nothing, steps up in the pocket, throws deep. And it's caught. What a catch it looked to be. Toma Tucker, or Anthony Petrucci it is. Wow, what a contested catch it was. Over the head of the cornerback. And we have a 41-7 game. 3 minutes into the second quarter.
That was the first touchdown that wasn't Gutierrez.
Yeah, I think that was his first throwing touchdown of the day as Neve Larson heads back out. The kick is up, and it's perfect again. She is 5 for 5, 6 for 6. Couldn't tell you. We have too many touchdowns at this point.
With 9:45 on the clock, the kicking team will come out once again. Maybe Wildcats will actually get the ball this time, but we don't know because the special teams have just been on fire.
Yeah, just as Jenny said, our special teams have been through the roof so far. As it has been quite the opposite for the Wildcats with a blocked punt, 2 kicks that have resulted in the Bulldogs recovering. One of them, and another one actually, just luckily bounced out of bounds. You can see the Wildcats' big problem has been their defense. Their offense hasn't looked terrible, but their defense has not helped them once today. Looks to be Ratana again. The kick is up, and another high one. Trying to throw him off again, and they do! And they get the ball again. The Bulldogs recover it. The 3rd time in a row. So much miscommunication on the sideline for the Wildcats. Players are in disbelief on their sideline as players are in awe on the Bulldogs sideline.
Ratana is just doing great with these kicks that are just making it so easy for the Bulldogs to just pick it up again.
Yeah, he's been great getting the ball nice and high and into spots where nobody is, as Gutierrez leads his offense back out there for 7th time today. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Kumskis. He's going to bounce out. He's going to stay out left. Hard to take down, but they throw him out of bounds. Looked like twice, maybe an unsportsmanlike is what the Bulldogs were looking for there, but they don't get it. It's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs, 1st and goal here after a strong run.
Ball's on the 7-yard line. 1st and 7, 1st and goal.
Gutierrez hands it to Kumskis again. He's been strong out the backfield. It looks to be in the end zone here, and he is. Another Bulldog touchdown.
Wow. Looks as one of the Wildcats lost their helmet.
Yeah, flew off out of there. He looked to be in the pile, and his helmet was far from the pile.
Neve Larson out once again for, what would this be? 7th kick?
Yeah, wow. 48-7 it is right now. Looks to be timeout or maybe a substitution for the Wildcats. Same player with the helmet issue is sent off the field. As Larson comes back again for another kick. Snap is good, and the kick perfect yet again. 7 for 7 for Larson, and 7 for 7 for the Bulldogs offense.
9:31 on the clock. Bulldogs are up 49-7. in just the first half is absolutely crazy.
And the fact that we are not even close to the halftime mark shows that the Bulldogs have a very, very high chance of breaking triple digits here, which is already the most points that they've scored in a game so far.
It's a great game for homecoming tomorrow. The Bulldogs student section is going absolutely crazy.
The Bulldogs are clearly taking their anger out from their last games, as they have lost 48-6 and 42-7. As it is their turn to drop 49 points. We are 15 minutes into the game. Another high kick. Fair catch called, but going to be picked up by someone else. And a nice tackle there by, looked to be number 16. I think that's actually one of the new players, Josh Gonzalez, who recently joined.
Bulldogs defense coming out for the first time in a while. Offense has just been dominating, and obviously the special teams have just 3 times in a row getting the reception off of the kick.
Yeah, and it honestly looked like there was a chance they would have made it to make it 4. But here is Jacobs with Dawson in the backfield and Rudolph outright. Fakes it to Dawson, cuts out with space ahead of him. Oh, but he's going to be taken from behind. A beautiful tackle by, looks to be Caleb McCautry. Or that's number 83, Chris Brown. I thought I read some other number, but I was incorrect.
This puts the Wildcats on the 46-yard line, 2nd and 1.
Same opposite formation, actually. We have Jacobs with Dawson in the backfield again. Rudolph out left. They're going to give it to Dawson. He's going to push forward for a gain of about 2. Looks to be short of the first down, though.
This is the Wildcats' first down in a while.
Oh, yeah, they do give him the first. As we have just hit the 8:30 mark in the second quarter in this very one-sided affair here. As Jacobs is back at the quarterback position with Dawson in the backfield. Rudolph out left. Hands it to Dawson. Dawson with very little space, and he's met at the line. And the line pushes him back about 4 yards there. They're going to give him a gain of maybe 1, if not none.
Defense is looking great, pushing them back. All the teams, Bulldogs are just doing awesome this game, and it's not even the second half yet.
Yeah, they have been very strong on both sides of the ball here. As Jacobs stays with Dawson in the backfield, Rudolph out right. Timeout Wildcats. As it looked like the play clock was running out of time here. Wildcats are looking to get their second powerful drive of the day, as ever since that first one they have struggled very hardly.
Wildcats are going to pick up on the 50-yard line with 2nd and 8.
Jacobs has Dawson in the backfield on his left with Rudolph out right. He has number 9, Anton Sardine, with him as he looks for Sardine there. But the pass is incomplete.
Looks like Sardine didn't even know the ball was coming to him.
It's actually the second time we've seen that, as it happened with Rudolph earlier off of a good pass. I'll be honest, I didn't even see that play happen. So me and Sardine were on the same page there.
Looks like the Wildcats are the strongest with their running plays, as lots of miscommunication with any type of throwing.
Here's Jacobs with Dawson.
And a flag is thrown.
And
looks like delay of game.
So are the coaches' headphones. The Wildcats coaches in disbelief at this point. This has been a terrible drive with the flags and the not heads-up plays by the receivers. That'll push him back a good amount, leaving him at a 3rd and 13.
Back on the 45-yard line.
Jacobs back to take the snap again. He's going to step back, looks for Rudolph, heavily covered, and it's knocked away by Angshed as he almost came down with that ball for the interception. But a good play nonetheless leaves them at a 4th and 13.
An interception there would have been absolutely crazy.
Couldn't agree more, as the punt team comes out yet again. As number 42, Francisco Torres, has gotten quite the amount of playing time today. Back to a normal setup here with people that can actually block, hopefully. The punt is off. Very short but high. Fair catch called by Petrucci. But there was contact before, but no flag is called, as that was number 17 left the field with something to say, Jelante Haynes. As here comes the Bulldog offense again.
Looks like they're gonna put the ball on the 29-yard line. And Toma Tucker off to the left.
Here's Gutierrez, looks to be Valencia again. Fakes it to Valencia, gives it to Tucker. Tucker's gonna cut to the middle for a gain of about 5 yards there as he's pushed back after the whistle is blown. Leave him at a 2nd and 5.
Tucker gets subbed out for Julian Fernandez, who's now on the left side, along with Petrucci.
That's Kumskis and Espino outright as Petrucci goes in motion, fakes the handoff to Petrucci, gives it to Valencia. He's gonna get a gain of about 6 and a Bulldog first down. Valencia has seen a big step up in playing time since the start of the season as the Morton game. Fernandez stays on the field. Petrucci back in motion, gives it to Petrucci this time. He has space ahead of him. He's gonna bounce out right, breaks one tackle, cuts the middle, pushes for a first down. A nice play by Petrucci to use his blockers.
Bulldogs are moving the ball so well down the field.
Same format as the past plays. Valencia in the backfield still. Oh, ball is dropped by Gutierrez, so he's going to pick it up and run. And he has nothing but space ahead of him. But he's caught from behind, or steps out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. Turned nothing into something there. Same receivers out left. He's going to hand it off to Valencia here. Goes up the middle with space ahead of him. Breaks one tackle, breaks another, and dives into the end zone. What a run by David Valencia.
That's the Bulldogs' 8th touchdown of the game, and still 5:58 on the clock of the first half. Neve Larson coming out for yet another kick.
She looks to stay perfect in this game. Looking to go 8 for 8. Snap is good, and the kick is good. 8 for 8 she is.
Bulldogs still far in the lead with now 56-7. Still has not hit halftime yet.
It's a surprising sight as the Thornton student section has not cleared out yet. Maybe some hope has struck them, hoping to get 7 touchdowns by the end of this game.
Special teams coming out once again. Ratana kicking. Had some pretty good kicks throughout the game.
Tana steps into it. Another high ball, looking to trick this kick return team, but they smartly choose to fair catch it around the 32-yard line. Not any substitutions have been made in this very one-sided game, as Jacobs looks to hopefully lead his team to a touchdown, as it's been a full quarter since the last time he could. He takes a snap, hands it to Dawson. Dawson breaks free, breaks one tackle, but tripped on the next. Gets a gain of about 15, a very strong run from Dawson.
Wildcats will get the first down. Looking better this time. Still seems super strong on the running plays. Have yet to see if they will get a reception for the first time in a while.
Yeah, they've struggled in the pass game ever since that first drive off the catch from Rudolph. We'll see if they implement anything new here. Jacobs again with Dawson. He's going to give it to him again. He's met at the line, but breaks the tackle. He's going to push for about a gain of 1. He almost turned nothing into something, but he just gets a gain of 1.
Looks like the Wildcats are just trying to stick with the running plays, but clearly that was not the best. So they're on 2nd and 8 on the 49-yard line.
Same formation as the last 2 plays. We have Rudolph out left, and he's going to hand it to Dawson again. Dawson, very strong on this drive, will pick up the first down with a gain of about 8. Again, that is one mean running back.
Dawson and Jacob seem to be working very well together, being able to continue the ball down the field.
3 receivers out right, 1 out left. Dawson in the backfield again. And no surprise here, they give it to him again, but he is met at the line. Maybe gets a gain of 1 yard. That was a very strong play by number 28, Jack Ravetti. Stops him almost right at the line.
Looks like the Wildcats don't even want to attempt any type of throwing play, as Dawson is just able to keep moving the ball down the field.
Definitely his strongest drive of the game for Dawson. And they will look for a pass here. No, maybe they won't. He's going to roll out right. Finds a receiver. That's number 3, our no-name, as he's going to get a pickup of about 9. Leaving him with a 3rd and short. Eric Servin making the stop.
Looks to be Kyler Barker.
Yeah, Kyler Barker it is. We have a bunch outright. Dawson in the backfield, Rudolph alone. He's going to look for Rudolph, and he's going to drop it. A little high of a pass. He seems very upset with Jacobs' ball placement there. Asking him to hit him in the chest next time.
Guess the Wildcats felt more confident after the good reception after a while, but again, Rudolph not getting a great pass.
They're going to stick with the 3 receivers outright. Dawson still in the backfield. Seems they've given him a little bit of rest after the past 2 plays. Looking to run the same play again, but he's just going to throw it away. They might throw a flag for intentional grounding here, as there was no receivers in the area. But they don't. That is surprising no flag there. But that is, yeah, the Bulldog coaches are not happy with the no intentional grounding call there. There was not a receiver within maybe 20 yards of that ball. The 3 receivers have moved left. Jacobs takes the snap. Looks like an early release from their receivers. An overthrown ball to look to be number 8, Reggie Bowens. A 4th and 10 now for the Wildcats. We'll see if they can push for maybe their 2nd touchdown of the game to lower this deficit of 49. Bulldogs showing blitz here, and they do, but he's going to look deep for Rudolph again, but it's going to be intercepted at the goal line. Or no, it's not. A touchdown stolen out of the hands of Max Almeida. Number 13 comes up with that for a Wildcat touchdown. A great play, as they are ecstatic to only be down by 42 now.
Wildcats played it risky with the 4th down conversion, but obviously they felt comfortable enough with Jacobs throwing that they were actually able to get a touchdown, which came out of nowhere. It did look like an interception, but
yeah, that caught us both by surprise here, as here comes Francisco Torres again. Oh, a false start, or offsides there by Josh Gonzalez. He started very early. I'm not sure if that even moves the ball. Or yes, it does. They're going to move him to the 1-yard line. We'll see if they keep the field goal unit out. And they do. Snap is butterfly-like, but the kick is good. That was launched through the uprights, down the track. It is 56-14. This game is not at all getting tight, but margin is closer.
Wildcats definitely played it risky there, not giving it to Dawson the last couple of plays. But I guess they made the right decision with that. Still big gap, though, with the Bulldogs in the lead, leading by a lot. And now 3:07 on the clock, very close to halftime.
Now, Jenny, I'm not sure if you've been coming to the football games, but this has been probably the longest first half of the year. This has been a hour and 30-minute first half.
Wow.
And we are not done. Looks to be the third time for the kick return team, as Torres went to go grab his chosen football for this. Giving himself about 10 yards of a run up. And the kick is off. Very low kick, headed out of bounds again. Flag is thrown. I don't know if this day could get worse for the Wildcats special teams.
Looks like they're going to start at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, due to the out-of-bounds kick. Here comes the offense. O-line consisting of Carter Shelby, Manny Rivera, Isaac Oliveras, Dylan Cohen, and Damian Nieves. And here's the snap to Gutierrez. He's going to roll out left. He has Petrucci down the field, and Petrucci dives for it, and he's going to catch it. That was a big game by Petrucci there. Basically nobody around him.
Bulldog offense looking so well. Gutierrez just being able to throw basically perfect passes to all the receivers.
As he's going to hold on to this one, he's going to cut left. And number 4, that is on the Wildcats, makes a pretty big tackle as he had nothing but field in front of him.
Bulldogs are 2nd and 1.
Snap to Gutierrez, hands it off to Valencia. Valencia with lots of space. He's going to cut to the middle, but he's tackled around the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Wildcard defense is just leaving a lot of gaps in the formation, allowing receivers and running backs just to cut through, and even Gutierrez taking the ball.
Yeah, they have not looked strong at all, as looks like I missed that play. It looks to be a handoff for a gain of 5.
Bulldogs just moved the ball so well, something the Wildcats have not been able to do throughout this entire game.
The Wildcats have shown lots of struggle compared to the Bulldogs, which, Gutierrez fakes the handoff, had everybody fooled, and he's going to move out right. Cuts to the middle and is in the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. And this game just gets worse and worse for the Wildcats.
This is the 9th touchdown of the game. Neve Larson coming out once again.
They're going to go 9 for 9. That is not a stat line that you see often. Or even 9 attempted field goals in one football game. Snap is good, and the kick is good. 9 for 9. Wow.
Past Bulldogs games, they have not been able to score nearly as many this points, and it's not even the second half yet. Bulldogs are definitely on the way to breaking triple digits if they keep this up and the Wildcats just don't pull it together.
Yeah, this game started off looking like it would be a back-to-back game off of 2 strong drives led by Gutierrez and then one led by Jacobs, which led us at a 7-7 game. But ever since then, it has fallen apart for the Wildcats. They look to have a short bench, though. Maybe they have tons of tired players. As Ratana looks to stay strong in his kicking day. The kick is up, another high one. And this one is caught by number 4, but he's met by, that's number 21 on the Bulldogs, John Super, with a nice tackle.
Tackled right on the 29-yard line. It's further back than they normally start. Great kick from Ratana, as always. The entire team is just, Bulldogs are just looking amazing today. Coming off of that loss, they are just coming back completely on fire.
Yeah, I could not agree more. They have looked hot today. And Jacobs will take the snap, hands it off to Dawson, as he will get a gain of about 5, maybe 4. Leaving them at a 2nd and 6. And a flag is thrown. This could be a timeout called, though, by the Wildcats, and maybe by the Bulldogs. They are regrouping together. Here on the sideline, you can see the backup players for the Bulldogs warming up as they will hopefully get their time to shine in this game. And that's Anthony Esposito throwing some snaps back to number 35, who's actually not even on this roster. But there's Manny Rivera being a leader. He's always hands-on with his team, helping out the backups, applying a little bit of pressure.
It's a great opportunity for also a lot of the seniors on this roster might get an opportunity to play.
Yeah, a big margin, and this has been a long time out. This has been way longer than usual. Are we seeing a forfeit? There seems to be a lot of feuding from the coach of the Wildcats. They send Coach Sam Styler back to his huddle. All the refs surround the Wildcats coach. And now they're going to bring over Coach Sam Styler. Again, like we said, one of the longest first halves that we have seen. They send out number 4. That's Max Almeida. We'll see what's happening here. I've never seen something like this before. He looks to be the elected defensive captain.
Could this potentially be a forfeit?
That's all that's going through my head right now is a never seen before by me, a forfeit. Unless this is a massive flag, maybe a big unsportsmanlike. It's not looking like Coach Sam Styler is happy at all with what's happening in this huddle. Coach Styler looks very disappointed as he walks to the sideline with Max Almeida. We might have just seen Max Almeida get tossed from the game. There's Diego Gutierrez helping him. Here we have unsportsmanlike on the defense. Yeah, looks to be on Almeida. Yeah, I think they just threw out safety Max Almeida. So I'll bring in a new safety for the Bulldogs. I can't see a number here. But same offense as Jacobs is going to hand it off to number 9 out of the backfield. He's going to cut to the middle, but a great tackle by Josh Gonzalez.
Looks like the new safety is David Ledesma.
David Ledesma is fresh off of a knee injury. But it looks like he has earned his second string spot. Wildcats are going to push down the field with 30 seconds left. Snap to Jacobs. He's going to look for another fast pass out wide, and it is dropped again. He was throwing to number 8, that is Reggie Bowens. And another drop leaves a 3rd and 8.
Wildcats are just having such a tough time getting any receptions. They had that one really good pass that led them to a touchdown, but nothing else. They keep just having such bad miscommunication.
Yeah, it has not looked great for them. Jacobs going to step back. He's going to roll out left. He's got McCautry chasing him down. He breaks his tackle, throws it away. We should be getting a intentional grounding call, but they seem to ignore it again as he just throws it. Throws it away as the pressure from the Bulldog D-line by McCautry leaves them with a 4th and 8 now. And I would assume they elect to go for it.
This is now the 3rd 4th down conversion. Obviously, the last one, they had a great play. So maybe this time we'll have something good happen.
Yeah, my pre-play prediction here is a throw out left to Rudolph, but instead they're going to call a timeout. Maybe they're looking for a game-changing 49-yard touchdown to cut the lead to, what, 42?
That was the Wildcats' last timeout of the half. Bulldogs have not used any.
As seen on the camera right there, that was Toma Tucker talking to Max Almeida, maybe trying to get context of what happened. Almeida seems very disappointed in himself as his teammates come by to pick him up and offer him help. There's that scene again of Toma Tucker and Almeida. And a new setup here. They're going to put Rudolph on the right. Maybe that's a stronger side for Jacobs, as he has been a heavy target on these 3rd down plays. And he's going to look for Rudolph. No surprise. But he looks like a good throw, but it's broken up by Ledesma. Ledesma runs right into that ball, giving the Bulldogs a 1st down and 10 at their own 49-yard line with 20 seconds to work with.
On that play, Jacobs looked very rushed with the throw. Didn't have much time to really get a good toss there. And once again, not a good reception. Not able to get much. And the Bulldogs will pick it up right at the 49-yard line.
Looks like a completely new offense here. Esposito as the center. We have Rao in the backfield. James Long at tight end. Ratana in the slot. They're going to give it to Rao. He's going to fight out to the left side. He's going to get a gain of about 6 there. A strong run. As behind the play was number 3, Kyler Barker. Throwing down Bobby Zobel, it is. As the Bulldogs will call a timeout with 9 seconds left in the second quarter. But they head right back to the field. Actually, we have a new quarterback out there, too. That's David Valencia playing quarterback instead of Gutierrez. And it looks like they're just going to let this clock run. They seem to be sending players off the field. No. A lot of miscommunication from the Wildcats. Same lineup as the last play. Valencia takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Rao again, no surprise. And he's going to be met by number 76 around the line of scrimmage. That is Trevion Fleming. And that'll give us to the end of the second quarter a not at all nail-biter as the Bulldogs lead 63-14.
It's turning out to be a good game for the Bulldogs, especially since it's the homecoming game. Great lead, giving a bunch of players a new chance to be able to play on the field.
And now we're going to head down to the field for a field-side interview, followed by the Dancing Divas.
Madison Landon, and I'm here with
Enzo.
Hannah, Olivia, Claire. What grade are you guys in?
7.
7. All right, in 2 years, when you guys come to RB, what are you looking most forward to?
The theater and choir.
The sports teams. Sports and theater. Cheerleading. All right, thank you.
Huh?
And we're back. We are back from the halftime show where the dancing divas, our poms, and our band played. Actually, I think our cheerleaders were in there too. A couple of good performances to cap off a good first half from the Bulldogs, putting up a total of 63 points. And one of the halftime stories that we have received is that one of our RBTV mini games, apparently we lost some money here.
Yeah, so the wireless camera people, I guess we're getting some shots asking people some RBTV and like just RB general trivia, and had $20 up for grabs. And I guess the question was, when was RB founded? I guess it was founded in like 1909 or something, and someone got that right and won $20. We were also giving out some RBTV shirts.
Actually, here's one of the really cool shirts. Happy birthday to me. We don't know who this is. Kevin McColgan. And the kick from Ratana's underway. A nice blooper, and it's bouncing again. But they're going to catch it and just fall to the floor here. Gotta shut this.
They had a lot of time to recuperate, and still not the best with receiving these kicks.
Yeah, a lot of confusion from the Wildcats that have carried on to the second half, as we've seen. Hopefully, well, the Wildcats are hoping that Jacobs can take them down the field, hopefully lead them to another touchdown here, as they can't really use the excuse that they're tired now with a fresh start of downs at a new half after a nice break. There's two receivers to the left, two on the right. They don't really seem ready at all.
They don't have their gloves on at all.
There's 5 yards off sides, actually. Snap is high, given to Dawson. Dawson almost tackled, breaks it, but he's getting pushed back by that Bulldog defense. Actually, that seems to be like a brand new defense. Seems to be all of our second strings in there.
Dawson's still looking strong as always, but obviously got pushed back a lot. Even with our second string defense, they're just as strong as the first string.
Yeah, they've looked pretty strong through their first play here, using each other to push back Dawson. Cornerbacks are Jack Boyle, Mohammed Salem, and that looks like Jacob Godoy. As here comes Jacobs rolling out left. He's going to get tackled after a gain of about 3, leaving with about a 2nd and 3 or 2.
That was a smart play. He had a fake to Dawson and was able to cut through. Now at 3rd and 1.
We'll see if they can convert here against the Bulldogs' second strings. They show blitz, and they get him behind the line of scrimmage. That's Jesus Jimenez. Great play to get through the line there and stop him for about a loss of 1 or 2 yards, leaving him with a 4th down and 2 or 3.
It looks like they're once again going to go for the 4th down conversion. Now push back super far, which can be a huge advantage if they don't get the 1 yard.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. They have no receivers actually in the backfield, or running backs in the backfield. So looking like they're forcing to throw unless it's a QB designed run, and it is actually. He's going to break out right, and that's Jack Boyle with the stop behind the line. And that's a turnover on downs. What a play by Jack Boyle to follow the quarterback there.
It looked like Jacobs was going to have a chance there, but obviously just the Bulldogs defense is just on top of it today. Even with the strong lead, they're still working so hard out there and not like just giving up, I guess. Yeah,
they're looking very strong. Oh, wow, they're going to give him the 1st down. Wow. That was unexpected. I didn't think he even got close to the line of scrimmage. He's going to throw a quick ball to number 9. That is Anton Sardine but he's met right away by Muhammad Salem, giving him no time to do anything there.
It looked like when they pushed him back, it definitely looked like it was back a couple of yards, but I guess it was just enough to get that yard.
Yeah. That was
Still-
a controversial first or fourth down play.
Still a great sack, though.
Yes, it was a great play by Boyle. And he's going to take the snap, hands off to Dawson. No, he's going to fake it, but that was not the right choice. He is met by number 25, Julian Espinoza. As that's going to push him back about 4 yards. Here's a 3rd and 13 for the Bulldogs. Excuse me for the water sound. I'm getting a little thirsty. The Wildcats are taking their time to get on the field with only 12 seconds to call this play. Jacobs looks in pain and out of breath. I would not be surprised with a run play, and they do just that. Dawson's going to break out left or right, and he's going to get a bunch of yards here. Getting a first down, tackled awkwardly by number 7, David Ledesma.
Dawson, like this whole game, has just looked awesome. One of the strongest points of their team, obviously. Him and Jacobs just work so well together, it seems like. But you can't depend on running plays throughout the whole game.
Yeah, he's looked very strong, but none of that happens without their strong O-line there. But here they are, 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. A lot of clock running here. Jacobs going to give it to Dawson again, and Dawson's not going to get much off of this one, maybe a gain of 1. Yeah, they give him just about 1. Good play by the linebackers there to close in on him.
The Wildcats have been moving the ball pretty well this drive, although definitely not as fast as the Bulldogs would.
Yeah, couldn't agree more there, as their whole offense just looks gassed and out of energy. As they're going to take a shot deep to Rudolph. He's going to make that play with his height advantage, and that's going to bring him in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. A big 43-yard touchdown. Cuts the lead to 43.
Looks like the rest could have helped Jacobs a lot, but still looking super exhausted. Was able to throw a very good pass over to Rudolph, which had a great score for them.
And here's Torres again. Back to kick the extra point. He's been perfect on the day for them. It's been quite the opposite for his kickoffs. Let's see what he has here. Snap is low, kick is up, and it is good. Good kick by Torres. And the Bulldogs now lead by 42. We'll see if they make any big changes here to the kick return team, as it seems they are giving their starters the rest of the game to rest here, as they've done their job putting up 63 on that board.
Yeah. I think touching back on the Max Almeida situation, I think he is definitely ejected from the game.
Yeah, actually, I was told during halftime he was ejected for an unsportsmanlike play where apparently he said something he really shouldn't have said, and he will be out for this game, and he's suspended for the next game.
Wow. I understand why he's so upset now. That's a big penalty there, I guess.
And here comes David Ledesma running out on the field as Bulldogs did not have enough players out. Francisco Torres is looking to have a better kick than he has the past 2 times. They both bounced out of bounds here. He's going to line it up and go off for the kick, and it's heading that same direction. Out of bounds it is. And the ball leaves the stadium. This will put him back on the 35-yard line for, I think, the 3rd or 4th time today. And actually, I think due to the wide margin, I think we have a running clock for the whole game.
Yeah.
Which is no surprise, as a 40-point game is quite devastating for the Wildcats. But here comes the Bulldog offense, consisting of James Long, Bobby Zobel, that looks to be Jacob Bertana in the slot, Julian Fernandez outright. He had some playing time in the first half when Toma Tucker subbed out for a little bit. And here comes Valencia, gets the snap, hands it to Rao. Rao with space. Oh, but he's met. Wow, he got chased down there. That was number 12, Najee Smith, or Amir Fagan. One of those two.
This roster is so hard to read.
It's very hard to read. They have 3 number 23s, 3 number 12s, 2 number 5s, 2 number 3s, 2 number 1s. I don't know. It's very confusing. The handoff is to Ratana this time. Ratana's going to try to bounce out right, but he's kind of met about after a gain of 3. Not a bad run. Had a little field ahead of him, but he was tackled from behind.
Bulldogs are now 3-7, which from the beginning of the game is obviously a lot less of a faster pace.
Yeah, for sure. This has been quite the fast second or third quarter due to the running clock. They're actually going to hand it off on 3rd and 7, and they convert on it. Wow, a strong run by Sean Rao it was. Gets a gain of about 8. And is shown by Bobby Zobel. Those chains are moving.
They got the first down. I feel like this game is a good example of the fact that even the second string offense and defense are able to just come through and make some awesome plays.
Yeah, we definitely have a strong team. As the handoff to Rao again. They've yet to throw the ball this quarter. But he's doing the job quite well as he gets a gain of about 5.
Currently closing out the 3rd quarter. This half is definitely moving a lot faster than the first one.
Yeah, that first half took 2 hours. This has taken no more than 12 minutes. Let's see if they run a play here. It's looking like they will. And not a surprise, they hand it off to Rao again. Rao with field. He uses his blockers, gets a gain of about 10.
Rao just pushes through so easily to get the first down. And now we're transitioning over to the 4th quarter, which this should also run by pretty fast. And
yeah, for sure. This conference matchup hasn't been too close. I was checking the Max Preps website. It said that Thornton was 1-3 in conference, I think it was, with their win over Thorn Ridge being their one of the season and their 1 in conference. And I think the Bulldogs are 1-2 in conference after their loss over Kankakee and Cremoni and their win over Bloom. That was 3 weeks ago, having 3 back-to-back conference games and make it a 4th with this game against Thornton. Marching back to the field is the offense. Same guys we've seen all half. We'll see if they just decide to run this clock with a couple of run plays or they elect to throw it. It's looking like they have an extra blocker in for a run play. And they do run the ball. Rao tries to go up the middle. Not much there for him. Gets a gain of about 2. Very, very short gain.
Rao's doing so well with these running plays, but I would like to see the ball be thrown just to see what the receivers could do in this set of offense.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I would like to see what these backups have to their names so far. But they've only been giving Rao the chances. And it's Ratana's turn to run the ball. And he's got a strong run ahead of him. He's going to break free for a gain of about 15 yards after a couple of cuts in and out.
The Bulldog running backs are just so powerful in this game.
Yeah, they have shown to be a very good running back group. And as entering the field is number 20, that's Juan Hernandez. He's a senior, stepping in at receiver. Let's see, maybe that means they run a pass play for quite literally the first time of the half. As the Bulldogs coaches aren't even in the press conference booth. But they won't. They will hand it to Ratana again. He's going to bounce out wide. He stays bouncing out wide. Tackled around the neck. He hasn't gone down yet. What a run by Ratana. Bulldogs are looking for a flag on a horse collar tackle. They won't get anything.
Ratana has clearly proven himself with just the kick returns, but along with running the ball so fast and being able to push through the defense.
He's shown to be a very, very strong upcoming running back as he's only a sophomore, getting pretty valuable playing time on the offensive side now and the special teams side too. My guess is another run play, and my guess is correct. Off to Ratana. He's going to move out left, cuts to the middle, tackled by number 8, which is Reggie Bowens. As this clock keeps ticking.
This will give the Bulldogs another first down. Moving a little bit at a slower pace, but still being able to move the ball down the field, which has clearly been a struggle for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they have had quite the struggle stopping the Bulldogs from marching down the field, especially on this drive, as they should be assuming a run play every time because that's all they've seen so far. But maybe this is Thornton backups too. Hands it off to Ratana. Ratana moves by one tackle, and he's going to push. Gets a push from 21 Hernandez, and Ratana's in for the touchdown. 69-21. Now that's a nice score.
Absolutely amazing job from this second string offense. Curly, like any part of the Bulldog team is able to put up against the Wildcat defense. Looking a bit tired out there. It has been a long game, but still able to do super well.
And here's Neve Larson looking to go 10 for 10. A crazy stat line to even attempt 10 field goals. Actually, not even 10 field goals, just straight up 10 extra points. And the kick is up, and it is good. Starting right where she left off. Neve Larson stays hot.
Neve is such a great asset to the team. Just being able to, throughout the whole season, only missing one field goal is absolutely incredible. Such great precision with the kicks every time, perfectly down the middle.
Yeah, she has shown some clear value to this team with being perfect throughout this game. As the Bulldogs went into this game knowing it was homecoming night. Chip on their shoulder after their past 2 games, and they have taken it all out on the Wildcats as this clock keeps ticking around the 7-minute mark now. Ratana back, same ritual as always. Looking for maybe another high kick, and he does. Puts high spin on the ball, as it's recovered by number 4. That is another no-name. Good roster from these guys. 21 for the Wildcats. Hobbles off the field. That is... Okay, well, we don't have a name for 21 either. So, well, he's hurt, if you're wondering. As the new Bulldog defense steps back out on the field.
I think I can understand why the coach never really answered you, just because the roster's not really much.
No, they seem to have maybe about a 25-person football team, which is very small. The handoff to a new running back this time. It is number 4, the no-name. He's going to break out left to gain about 10 yards. I think they're going to give him a first down there. A pretty solid run. The tackle was by Jacob Godoy. If I'm the Wildcats, I'm going to do all I can to play for pride. I'm going to try to line up Rudolph alone. Rudolph is a tall receiver himself. I would try to line him up alone against Jacob Godoy, which actually they do have now. He has a big height over Jacob Godoy, but Godoy will look to prove himself as the ball is bobbled from number 4, but he catches it. And not happy they didn't recover the fumble, but a good stop. Oh, they don't give him the first down. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
I think Rudolph and Dawson are just 2 great assets to the Wildcats. Even though this isn't their best game, they definitely have some strength there with those 2. They could definitely work the ball with them. And obviously we've seen some of the receptions by Rudolph. That one touchdown earlier was just incredible, but clearly not enough to beat the Bulldogs.
Yeah, for sure. They've been very valuable assets, but they haven't gotten really the job done for their team. And a good run by number 4, but a great block by number 73 that was. He sent someone to the floor. That was a monster block. Guess what 73's name is? Because we don't know. Your best guess is ours. Another no name on this roster. As we hit the 4:30 mark in the 4th quarter. Something you like to see, a little faster paced second half after a 2-hour first half. As Jacobs takes a snap, gives it off to 4 again, but he's met behind the line. That is John Super and Muhammad Salem. A great play, and number 4 is really not happy as he throws the ball at the ground.
Number 4 had a pretty decent play before, but clearly just the Bulldogs are so outstanding with every aspect of the team that the Wildcats just do not stand a chance.
Yeah, they have just been forcing the ball to number 4, and the Bulldogs have clearly caught on. Looks like they're trying to run out the clock. They're not even playing for pride at this point anymore. Jacobs with 3 receivers on his left, 1 on his right, which is Rudolph again. And it is number 4 in the backfield. He's going to look to pass, looks for Rudolph again. Way overthrown there. He threw that ball really early. Had some faith in Rudolph to gain some speed, but that was very far overthrown.
They took Dawson out of the game, which I don't really understand, because if they were really trying to still push for at least something out of this game, they could have kept Dawson in, but they kept Rudolph, and this number 4 is obviously trying his best.
So he's doing all that he can to get some yards for his team, as they're going to actually elect to go for this one at 3rd, or, oh, actually, it's 3rd and 13. I thought it was 4th and 14. So obviously they would go for this. Same lineup as last time. And they will throw again. This is to number 3.
Flag is
and
thrown.
It is right through the hands of number 3. It was covered by number 36. I believe that's Aiden Hahn. And actually we don't see. Flag was thrown on that last play, and it will be on the Bulldogs. Not sure on the call, or will it be on the Bulldogs? This head ref is liking to use his whistle as of now.
Looks like they're pushing the ball back.
Maybe it will stay a 3rd and 13. Maybe the refs are trying to run this clock out too, and no, they're gonna move the ball back, make it a 3rd and 18. Not what you want to see in a 70-21 game. For all you NFL fans, it's looking very similar to the Miami Dolphins game, where they literally beat up the Denver Broncos as Jacob steps back to throw to number 9. He has a name. His name's Anton Sardin. He's been one of the 3 targets that has been thrown to most of this game. It is 70-21, final minute of the game. The Bulldogs are looking to add on to their 3-2 record, become 4-2. And it's looking like they will, unless a literal miracle. Jacob steps back, and he's going to look deep for number 9, Sardine, and it's in and out of his hands. In coverage would look to be number 42, Luke Smithing. A pretty good play by him to take away the eyes of Sardin. So that was number 45. That was Oscar Aguirre, sophomore. And there is 15 seconds left, and they're going to line it up and call it a game. As this clock keeps running, unless the Bulldogs want to run a play here.
I don't think they will.
It's really not looking like they will, as they have a skilled player, 35, is lined up at quarterback.
Looks like that's the end. Bulldogs win 70-21. Absolutely insane game. Super long, but clearly Bulldogs are such a strong team. Great conference win.
Yeah, this has been Liam Cohen and Jenny Thomas. We thank you for tuning in to RBTV. Big Bulldogs win, big Bulldogs conference win. And we'll see you next game.